right, an A-list guest, and I'm so happy that he joins us now, and you can actually hear and see this interview by going to the Metropolitan Window video screen, clicking on KDKARadio.com and KDK Watch. Lifelong Beaver County resident for at least a few more days. Paul Hoback is here, project manager of this terminal, the airport, which I absolutely love. Paul, it's great to have you here tonight. So let me just say, every time I've ever taken flight and I've left Pittsburgh International Airport, I always kind of look out the window if I have a window seat, and I feel as though I'm leaving a family member. Not only is your family here, you're getting ready to go to Bradenton, Sarasota. We'll talk about that in a minute. But 12 years of your life, morning, noon, and night, has gone into this project. This must feel like a real family member that you're departing in a couple of days, but you'll be doing it with a big smile on your face, correct? And good evening.
Good evening, Rob. Thank you so much for having me on the show tonight. No doubt about it. It is very bittersweet to be leaving here tomorrow. Actually, getting in a U-Haul truck and moving down to Sarasota, Bradenton area. But, this airport has been my life for the last 25 years. I think I started here at the airport in December of 2000. And so I've been driving to the same place, the same route, right along Interstate 376 from Beaver to the airport. And, the last 12 years has been spent really leading this project, from the early stages of just a master plan with just a few drawings on one sheet of paper and a few ideas that were out there, and then being able to really build a team and see it come to life and just see all the faces that we saw when we had our public open house this past Saturday, and just see those faces in awe as they walk through the new terminal. So it's just been really an amazing experience, an amazing journey, and I'm so honored to be on your show this evening to talk about it.
Well, listen, I read all the stories, Post-Gazette, Trib, 5-star reviews from the people who will be using it. Yeah. When you get it from your peers, it's okay, but when you get it from the real deal, people that are going to be experiencing that airport every day, that definitely has to make you feel very happy. All right, let's just get down to a couple of quick questions. I'm not going to ask you when it's going to open. I'm willing to wait. Whenever you say it's go time and they say it's go time, good enough for me. But what are some of the major changes from the old terminal? Go ahead, Paul.
So some of the major changes are really the elimination of the people mover train and the demolition of our current landside terminal building, or whatever we decide to do with that building. But ultimately, we're looking at the primary goal of the project has always been stable and predictable costs for our airline partners. We also want to make sure that we're improving the passenger experience, and the way that we're able to do that is by eliminating the current landside building. So where ticketing is, where baggage claim, where the security checkpoint is, we're eliminating that building, eliminating the half-a-mile people mover train that connects our landside to our airside. And we're really building a new landside head house that is connected to the airside X, so that you're really making it one building. We were built to be that major hub of U.S. Airways. We're not that anymore. We're never going to be that again. And that's okay. So we're going to be the best origin and destination airport. That's for people who start their trips in Pittsburgh or end their trip in Pittsburgh. We're over 95% origin and destination passengers, not connecting anymore like our airport now was built to be. So, really we're able to eliminate that people mover train and the $4.5 million a year that comes with operating and maintaining that. We're able to eliminate the 8 miles of baggage conveyor that's 33 years old and well past its useful life, and really save money for our airline partners, and then build that new incredible new facility that is connected to the Airside X, really making the passengers experience much easier. It's going to be quicker for them to get to airside. They basically have a one-stop shop. You drop you drop your loved one off right at the building there, and they walk through the security checkpoint and into our airside terminal, or you just park at one of the local walkable parking spots, the extra 6,000 that we're building currently with a new parking garage, new parking lot. So it's just going to be a new airport experience that is going to be, even improved than it is today. And, everybody asks, why are you building this new airport? Well, this new airport is 33 years old, and it was built for a different time and a different industry. So we're just making some updates that are really going to bring this in to the 21st century and give it the technology that it needs, that passengers need. I think of, back when our airport was built, and I came about 8 years after it opened, and, cell phones really didn't exist on a significant level back in 1992 when it was built. So, I mean, you see people today just laying down on the floor trying to get that last plug. We're going to make sure that we have the technology that really the passenger needs in order to navigate through our airport. So just a much better experience around, and the front door to the region that, frankly, the Pittsburgh region deserves.
Project manager, of course, the man behind the plan, with so many working alongside of him. He, of course, Paul Hoback. We're talking about the Pittsburgh, the new facelift at the terminal of Pittsburgh Airport. So you kind of answered two of my questions in that paragraph: technology and innovation, smaller footprint, but big bells and whistles and rewards for the customer. Now, the other thing that everybody always talks about, and I host a travel show with AAA, I've done it for over 3 decades, this TSA pre-check, we've been talking about that. It always comes down to security, getting from point A to point B. What you have done, it's going to be like someone waved a magic wand. It's going to be so much better when it comes to security. Talk about how this new terminal is going to really make that process more seamless. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's basically one stop for the passenger now. Right now, if you walk into our existing landside terminal building, we have 2 separate security checkpoints. It's very inefficient for the passenger. The passengers get confused, and there's not a lot of waiting area because, pre 9/11, there wasn't the need for that much, area for queuing space. But now, because of the processes that are in place, you need a little bit bigger of a queuing space, and this airport was built for that. There is one security checkpoint, so you only have one place to go, and we are going to have all the latest and greatest technology in the TSA equipment, so that you won't need to take your liquids out of your bag, you won't need to take your laptop, your iPads out of your bag. You're just going to put your bag right on the conveyor. It's going to go through the x-ray machine, and you're going to walk through the different x-ray machines that you have there. So it's going to be a much more simplified process, and the passengers are going to then have that faster throughput through the security checkpoint. So less waiting, fewer lines, and we're going to have 12 checkpoint lanes on day one versus the 7 that we have in the main checkpoint today. So a much better experience from a security checkpoint perspective.
All right, let's move on to the next item of business. Paul Hoback is here, project manager, New Pittsburgh Terminal. So the changes when it comes to parking and amenities, and that air mall is something I definitely am a big fan of. So talk about those 2 aspects of the new airport. Go ahead.
Yeah, so with the new airport and including our airside terminal, we're going to upgrade about 22, I believe, of our concessions. The last time I think I counted the number. Almost half of those are in place today, but we continue week after week to open up a new concession. Our latest was Shake Shack that opened last week, and just to see all the people that are utilizing Shake Shack and all of our new great food and beverage or retail offerings is tremendous to see. I think we have almost 10 more to go that are going to open between now and the time that the terminal opens. So really lots of upgrades in our airside core area. Also, lots of new concessions inside the new terminal that will open on day one, but many that are going to be coming, even after day one. So really just a great mix of local and national brands, and we're super excited about the offerings that will be there for both, the traveling public, our customers, as well as employees at the airport. I mean, there's 6,000 badge holders, so you got to take care of everybody, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, 3,300 parking spaces, absolutely awesome stuff. Now let's get down to the international travel. How's this going to help international travel? Then I want to do a little R&R, give you a chance to kind of just thank everyone and get ready to say bon voyage before you head to Bradenton, Sarasota. But what about international travel? Paul Hoback.
Yeah, so just like we're building this new landside terminal, we're also renovating all of our existing space inside the international arrivals process area. So all of that space is undergoing a facelift right now. I know for the traveling public who have arrived here from an international destination, it's been quite hectic over the course of the last year because there's a significant amount of phasing that has to happen in that space in order to stay open and operational during construction. But when the finished finished product is completed here in the coming months, it's going to be a much improved process. It's going to be the front door to the region that Pittsburgh certainly deserves, and all arriving passengers from overseas deserves. And it's going to be a much more simplified process. So right now, you actually have to, go through the Customs and Border Patrol space, go through the FIS processing, and then get your bag, put your bag back on a recheck, or try to carry it with you down several escalators. You have to get on a private train to drive to go to landside. We have to secure that space along the way. And right now, the new process, you're gonna just walk right up an escalator or elevator and right into the same meter and greeter space that all domestic passengers will be coming through. So a much more simplified process, and you're gonna just be able to walk right out to your car or to somebody that's picking you up, or catch your Uber or Lyft or taxi. So much more improved process.
Listen, I think you know this, but every household in Beaver County listens to me every day whenever I'm on the air. So
they sure do.
I'm going to give you a chance to thank everyone, mom, dad, I don't care who it is, or just obviously the incredible family that you have spent so many years with at the airport. I do know one thing. Hopefully you got some spring training tickets to watch the Pirates when you're down there, because it really is some of the most beautiful country anywhere in the country. Where you were headed to Bradenton, Sarasota to take over that airport, and they are so lucky to get you, and I know you'll do a great job. But the final couple of minutes are all yours to say and thank anyone you want to. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, just thank you for this opportunity, Rob. Beaver County, Western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. I mean, it's been my home for all 50 years of my life. And, the airport itself has been my home for 25 years. So half of my life has been spent, at Pittsburgh International Airport. And, I am the person that I am today because I was raised in Beaver County, because I went to school in Beaver County at Geneva College. I went to Ambridge, and, I've lived in Beaver since, 1997, since I married my high school sweetheart. And, it is part of me. It will always be a part of me. It is always going to be home for me. I mean, we're not going to sell our home. Our hope is that we'll be able to continue to have our home here, in the Beaver area. But it's going to be an incredible opportunity. It's bittersweet right now. It's going to be very difficult to leave. Tomorrow's my last day at Pittsburgh International Airport, and we jump in a U-Haul tomorrow evening and head down to the Sarasota Bradenton area. But it is a significantly growing airport down there. They have grown from about 800,000 passengers to almost 5 million in the last 5 or 6 years. So they have to have facilities that grow with it, and it's just an unbelievable opportunity to be able to take all that I've learned from here, take the grit and the resilience and everything that I've been able to learn over the years as a Beaver County resident, as someone from the Pittsburgh area, and everything that I've learned at this airport for 25 years, and be able to implement it leading that airport down there. So it's an opportunity of a lifetime, but I owe everything because of the people that have helped me become the person who I am today in Beaver County, in Pittsburgh, and at the airports that I so much love. So it's been a privilege to be a part of this community. I will continue to be a part of this community, even maybe if a little bit disconnected for a while. But someday I'll be back when I retire, and I love this place and love everything about it, and I will miss everyone. But I'll be back.